Meanwhile, McDonald's has joined other big firms in layoffs. According to a Reuters report quoting the Wall Street Journal, the fast food chain is closing its US offices for the time being.
McDonald's franchisee declares bankruptcy. McDonald's used to be a very popular fast food restaurant in the United States, offering affordable meals for families and children. However, things have changed over time. Presently, the company is experiencing a significant decline in its customer base and a massive loss of revenue due to the exorbitant prices of some menu items. This has resulted in severe financial problems, contributing to its decline in the market it once dominated. In this video, we will explore some of the reasons behind the demise of the world's largest burger chain and how it is losing its identity in the American market. Back in 1954, a man named Ray Kroc discovered a small burger restaurant in California and wrote the first page of our history. From humble beginnings as a small restaurant, we're proud to have become one of the world's leading food service brands, with more than 36,000 restaurants in more than 100 countries. The fast food chain McDonald's was established in 1940 by Dick and Mac McDonald in San Bernardino, California. They opened their first location, McDonald's BBQ, on 14th and East Streets, a standard drive-in with a large menu and a car hop service. In 1948, the McDonald brothers closed their eatery for 3 months to make changes. It reopened in December as a self-service drive-in restaurant with only 9 items on the menu, including a cheeseburger, hamburger, soft drinks, milk, coffee, potato chips, and a slice of pie. The hamburger, priced at 15 cents, quickly became a menu favorite. In 1954, Ray Kroc, a salesperson for Multi-Mixer, visited the San Bernardino McDonald's with the intention of selling the brothers more multi-mixers. The 52-year-old was fascinated by their efficient process and learned that the brothers were looking for a national franchising agent. This led Kroc to realize that he wanted to pursue making hamburgers in the future. On April 15, 1955, the first McDonald's restaurant opened in Des Plaines, Illinois. The eye-catching red and white tiled structure with the golden arches was designed by architect Stanley Meston in 1953. In 1983, all US McDonald's locations began serving chicken McNuggets. Sadly, on January 14, 1984, the company's founder and senior chairman of the board, Ray Kroc, passed away. In 1990, the first McDonald's restaurant opened in Moscow in the Pushkin Square location. More than 30,000 guests were served on its opening day. In 1993, Mac Cafe opened for business 3 years later in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. In 1995, McDonald's Canada expanded its menu to include the Ron McLennan's McFlurry dessert. On April 15, 2002, McDonald's released its first ever social responsibility report. The I'm Loving It advertising campaign was unveiled in Munich, Germany on September 2, 2003. McDonald's USA introduced all-day breakfast in 2015. To celebrate the global rollout of McDelivery with Uber Eats, July 26, 2017 was observed as Global McDelivery Day. In 2020, McDonald's introduced its first net zero design restaurant at Walt Disney World Resort. The restaurant is self-sufficient and produces enough renewable energy to meet all of its yearly energy needs. In May 2023, McDonald's experienced another decline in customer traffic across its outlets in the US, continuing a trend that has lasted for 9 out of the past 10 months. A recent investigation has revealed that the company's new pricing strategy is the root cause of this decrease in customer interest. McDonald's has announced a second round of price increases on select menu items within a single quarter due to the rising costs of labor and commodities. In April, the company implemented the latest price hike, following a previous increase on February 15, which added $1 to the cost of 5 meal combinations. However, there are indications that customers are beginning to express dissatisfaction with McDonald's steadily increasing prices. During the first quarter of 2023, the company recorded an average price increase of almost 10% at its US locations compared to the same period in the previous year. Some analysts believe that the chain's management's assertion that higher menu prices have been a key factor in increasing profitability and sales may also be causing a decrease in the number of consumers, which could negatively impact the chain's overall financial performance. A TikToker recently became famous for revealing some of the absurd high McDonald's prices in a video that has received over 300,000 views. At this moment, the user comments on the combination meals while zooming in on the McDonald's menu at a Connecticut store. Insane prices for me instance, a Big Mac combo was listed for $16.89, while a crispy chicken sandwich combo was listed for $16.69. Other McCrispy line variations had even higher prices, like the Spicy Deluxe McCrispy, which was listed for a whopping $17.89. In contrast, a Big Mac cost $5.75 in 2019, now roughly $7. It has been 3 years since a hamburger was added to a large meal for a cost of $10.55. However, nowadays the same combo is almost $5 more expensive. In 2019, a box of 20 Merc nuggets that used to cost $12.40 is now priced at $13.30, while a Filet-O-Fish sandwich that was previously $5 now costs $6.80. Furthermore, the chicken snack wrap price has unexpectedly increased from $2.50 to $4.15, and the Big Coke, which was once $3.35 in 2019, now costs $4.55. In the last decade, there has been an increase in some store sales. However, the higher average checks and not client visits have contributed to these figures. In a Forbes article, Larry Light raises a concern about the potential loss of customers for McDonald's and questions how many millions it will take for the company to address and reverse this trend. Based on his prediction, customers will need to spend $20 per transaction on average for the business to increase revenue while relying on the average checks from a shrinking client base. This pricing strategy is causing the brand to decline rapidly. During a call with investors, the CFO acknowledged that McDonald's could not sustain a chain with 38,000 locations globally given the decreasing number of customers. Unfortunately, no action has been taken to prevent this from happening. Despite its global reach and past success, it is puzzling to observe the brand focusing on luring customers who already have plenty of pricier burger chain options rather than prioritizing the retention and expansion of its customer base that can afford to frequently visit its establishments. Wall Street is becoming concerned due to this situation. In October of last year, a financial expert wrote an article identifying two main issues faced by McDonald's. Firstly, a consistent decline in the number of visitors, and secondly, the inadequacy of the policy of raising prices. The expert argued that relying on increased prices to boost profits in the short term would ultimately lead to the company's downfall in the long term. They stressed that depending on rising average checks when the customer base is shrinking is risky. The situation is concerning as it masks the reality of customers leaving McDonald's, leading them to spend more money on less food. Eventually, a small portion of patrons will have to spend a significant amount and visit McDonald's daily to sustain the company's financial stability. In today's highly competitive market, being a large and established chain no longer guarantees success and growth. Businesses must constantly evolve and prioritize their existing customers. Unfortunately, McDonald's is experiencing a self-inflicted disaster that will likely impact their business in the near future. As America's most recognizable fast food chain, their potential failure is a cause for concern and will be distressing to witness. Going back to the bankruptcy rumors, I reached out to McDonald's for a statement, and it turns out their claims were false. They assured me that they are aware of their challenges and are actively working to remain competitive in the ever-changing retail market. Until we get official confirmation, it's best to take those rumors with a grain of salt. Despite the changes in the retail industry, McDonald's will still be around for a while, so let's not worry too much.